respectfully acknowledge the Beer Pie people as the traditional custodians of the land in which this video was filmed.
Hi, I'm Crystal Kinsella. I'm a proud Jawoyn and Wiradjuri woman, a supply diversity expert and published author. Welcome to Meet the Mob, a YouTube series dedicated to showcasing Black excellence in business. Here I get to interview deadly First Nation business owners from around the country and learn about their why. Today I'm joined by Phil and Cherie from Native Secrets, and they're going to share with us their why they got into business and why they do what they do. So let's kick it off. Hey Phil, hey Cherie.
Morning.
Hey Crystal.
Morning.
Thanks for coming and being on my program. It's such a surprise to have you visiting Beer Pie Country here in Port Macquarie.
It's gorgeous here. We love coming over here. We brought the whole family, so we've spent a few days on the water. It's been great.
That's fantastic. So how about you each introduce yourselves? Tell us who you are. Here's your mob.
I'm Cherie Thompson, Wailwan woman from Central West New South Wales. But we live on Wiradjuri country and we've built a life there, and we have two beautiful girls, Ailey and Romy. Mm-hmm. They often get upset when we don't mention them, so we always make sure we
yeah, they've got to get a mention.
little shout out to the girls. Yeah. But they're a big part of my why and why we do what we do is leaving a legacy for them to carry on.
Fantastic.
My mum's family's from Tanner Island in Vanuatu, so I want to acknowledge that. And my father's family's Karakara Bidjara from Central Queensland, where people are the emu, so that's our totem. But like Cherie said, we've built this beautiful life in Wiradjuri country in Dubbo, and we're starting to build this brand, Native Secrets.
Fantastic. How did you find yourselves on Wiradjuri country? Like, what kind of brought you there?
I was just working down there, and Cherie and I met at the pub, the old school way.
I love that.
And the rest is history, basically. I fell for a spell, basically. And we've been married 10 years.
Oh, that's so great. And your kids are just totally gorgeous.
Yeah, we've built a nice life together.
Yeah. So let's talk about Native Secrets. I mean, I was trying to think this morning when I first came across you, when I first met you, whether it was at UNSW through Beck Harcourt, but also I had seen a supply diversity video that introduced your business as well. So can you guys remember?
No, not really. It's all a bit of a blur for us, like our whole journey. But
7 years.
Yeah. But the
7 years in business?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
But the reason we started, right, is I was in a mine camp and all the blackfellas were on one end and everyone else down the other, and they had a high turnover of Indigenous staff. And when I went there, I realised there's a disconnect in our communities, right? No one's talking. Yeah. And from my experience, the one thing that we always spoke about with white and black people was bush plants and medicinal plants, right? So we had this awesome idea of this mine camp's 1,500 people. We were going to put our medicinal plants all around there, have it plaqued. This plant's great for eczema. So hopefully someone will go, Phil, tell me more about this. My kid's got eczema, and we start talking, and this is
starts conversations, builds relationships. Yeah.
And we were going to build this. We made this liquid soap that goes into your showers of all these camps, and all this was going to happen. So we done that. The mining boom crashed, and we had all this liquid soap.
Well, it should be clean.
That's right.
Smell good.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, at the time we were in a bit of a niche market, and that's how Native Secrets started, basically, and we've been going ever since. And,
I think I had one of your original. Did you do little soaps?
Yeah, we did.
I think I had one of those.
I've been in a black markets, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Not sure, but your skin looks great.
Oh, thank you. Must be all that oil. Thanks for sending me some products when I got those. Yeah, so you've obviously evolved over the years, and you've probably learned a few tough lessons, and COVID's had some, impacts. But tell us where you're at right now.
Yeah, I think for us, we're actually probably one of the few that were quite fortunate during COVID. It really gave us time to work on the business rather than in the business. Yeah. So we actually rebranded Native Secrets during that time, and new formulas for the skincare, new artwork, which was really exciting for us. Yeah. Which is obviously the brand and the products that people see on the shelves today. And we're just about to launch a new skincare range which is like your cleansers and toners and creams and things, which is something we're really excited about.
Yeah.
And I'll let Phil share the other exciting news.
Oh, we've got, we've got, we're successful in 2 regional job creation funds, which allows us to upscale and employ a lot of people. You know, we will employ 30 plus people over the next 3 years, locally in Dubbo, in the region. But that also allowed us to expand our whole operation. So we've brought our warehouse into town, into Dubbo now. We've partnered with an exporter locally, which we're very excited about, because they'll teach us exactly how to export, which has been a blessing for us. So we've got this huge opportunity now to vertically integrate our whole business, do everything. We'll be out cutting trees in the morning, inside in the afternoon making skincare. So that's a game changer for us, where we take full control over our whole supply chain, and we're employing local Aboriginal people to do that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. What a journey. And like, but to be end to end all the way through, and like just the local jobs you're going to create and the impact for your community, it's just going to be amazing.
Yeah, we're already seeing some of the impacts, right? We got these old fellas coming up to me and saying, you know what, my grandmother used to bath me in this.
Oh,
so
that's
to me,
yeah.
that's really powerful, because how long do you keep that information and you finally get a chance to start talking about it in a safe space? Yeah. So that's been really beneficial for me personally. And we, that's just the start of it. We're just scratching the surface.
Yeah. Well, wait till you start exporting. I mean, look out around the world, and I mean, I've been hearing from lots of different government programs around trying to get products overseas. There's New South Wales based government employees based over in Singapore that are really on the hunt to get First Nations products over there. So I think the sky's the limit when it comes to what you guys have got to offer. Yeah,
it really is. And well, we just want to share the story around the world. And keep those positive conversations going.
Yeah. We've done a few going global programs with Austrade, which has been really beneficial, learning about, if you've never been in export, you've got no idea, right?
Yeah.
So we've done all that. We've got a little opportunity in Vietnam. We've sent samples over there, which has been well received. So, you never know. But also our new partner exports to over 100 countries in the world, right?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So things that we didn't realise were so complex as packaging and, what goes on labels, especially if you're trying to get through different international airports and all that stuff.
Different
it's
customs.
critical.
Yes.
It's critical, right? And we've got all that expertise at our doorstep now. So as once we start producing and manufacturing ourselves, I think, there could be a real opportunity for us and the brand, and to share our story around the world and potentially bring people back to the region as well.
Yeah. Definitely. So this year you were Telstra Best of Business Award finalists, and you did win the community category. What did that mean for you? I think you should have taken out the top Guernsey, right, as the Indigenous Business of Excellence. But yeah,
we're happy with one. But just those sorts of things. When you're trying to grow a brand, and you've been through it too. It's so much doing all those award stuff. Like it's you use a lot of resources. But it's been incredible for us. It's opened a lot of doors when you're an award winner. Yeah. One of them was Women's Weekly. We were featured, they reached out that we were featured in Women's Weekly.
That's fantastic.
All this stuff 7 years ago was just pie in the sky dreams for us. But when you do that sort of stuff, then it becomes a reality. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and it builds your credibility as well. And and well, it's good to know your hard work's paying off as well.
Exactly, that people are recognising and acknowledging that. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Well, you and I both UNSW graduates, both done our MBAs there.
Yes.
And now you're both collaborating and partnering with UNSW. It's the executive MBA students are coming out and doing a leadership immersion in your community. And talk us a little bit about that.
It's a unique opportunity, right? Because we're getting the #1 business school partnering with Aboriginal business in the regions, where we get that expertise in growing our Aboriginal businesses, which we probably would never be able to afford. So we've got that, but the co-benefit is the students who've probably had no interaction with Aboriginal people get to spend the whole term and then come out to country the final week of their MBA and spend one-on-one time with the community and with their local business. And so far, we've been doing it for probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
And the impact that it's having on both sides has been incredible, right? So it's a really unique opportunity, but it's fantastic to be part of.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've heard great feedback from some of the students because they get to do an Indigenous procurement masterclass with me as part of the program as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's phenomenal. And I mean, maybe you remember being a student, but I know what it was like in some of my some of my classes. I was the first blackfella that some of these people were meeting. Yes. Lots of international students. Yeah. And then, you start yarning with them. Yeah. And they just, eyes open up, their minds, their hearts, everything.
Yes, and I think that's one of the biggest thing. Like, they're always about profit, whereas they come out, they work, with local businesses on country, and they realise for us it's so much more than just the bottom line. Yeah. And the impact that you can have from that is actually a lot more valuable than just the bottom line, really. Yeah. It's not all about money.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So it's really our opportunity to influence future leaders so that if they go back and change their procurement policy because of you or an employment strategy, then it can have huge impact in our communities, right? If you employ more people or you're using procurement or using Aboriginal business, that's where we make a huge difference. So if we can influence that by bringing them out to country and spending time with all the elders, we've got all these families involved in Dubbo now, where we can have that sort of impact, we're making a difference, right?
Definitely. Yeah. Now, you said at the start your why, your legacy around the kids. Like, what next? What does that entail, do you think? What's the future hold for Native Secrets?
And I think, like we said, like the sky's the limit for us. And for me, for me, it's about, we're starting to see it, is get people talking again. And in a positive way. We've got this rich culture, the last 65,000 years that we can draw on. What about the next 65,000? And let's continue to share those stories.
That's right. And I think for me, what if we've got the answer to a treatment for eczema that some of our old people know? So for me, we're trying to capture those stories so we can share that with the world. Yeah. And I think that's how we reconcile, right? Like, we just want people to realise there's a whole wealth of knowledge and survival over the last 65,000 years. Yeah. We should be drawing on that knowledge and we all should be benefiting. And for me, that's how we reconcile this country.
Yeah, pretty powerful. Yeah. All right, well, if you've got a final message for my audience out there, we have a broad range of people that get on YouTube and watch these series. What would it be?
For me, it is around the purpose and your why, and make sure you have that why. I think that's what's kept us going. In business, we've had so many ups and downs, and we could have got out a long time ago, and probably, But for me, it's really around your why, and if you have that, that's what we're working towards, and that's why we've never given up, is because we truly believe in what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah. I think my message is you support Native Secrets, you support sustainability. We're having an incredible impact on the environment by what we do. We're preserving cultural knowledge. We're talking to our old people and we're getting them engaged with our young people. So this everything's at work. And if you buy one product from us, that's the impact that you're going to have. You may not ever see it, but believe me, we're doing that all on the ground.
Yeah, well, keep up the great work, and it's been so great to have you on the program today. So thanks.
Thanks, Crystal.
You. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed the latest episode of Meet the Mob, and make sure you connect with Phil and Cherie online. Check out Native Secrets, share their story with your networks. Until next time.